First thing I gotta say is, did they do Ashley like Julie Winslow in Family Matters where she went upstairs and never came back down? She just disappeared after the first episode. Bel-Air is the new Peacock series, which is a retelling of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the classic 90s sitcom starring the ever-charismatic Will Smith in the title role. So y'all, whoever this actor is that's playing Will, I have to look his name up later on. I should have looked up before I did this video. Sorry y'all, I don't do the whole note-taking thing very well. But whoever this actor is, he has almost an impossible task ahead of him because Will is a very tough act to follow. And the worst thing you can do is try to imitate Will Smith, which at times I think he kind of did. But it took me a minute to adjust to him because when you think of Bel-Air, you think of Fresh Prince, of course you see Will Smith. And I'm like, it took me a second to really buy his character, but 3 episodes in, it's all good. So y'all, they dropped the first 3 episodes, and I watched them, and I gotta say, at first, I didn't think I was gonna like this because the first, like 10 to 15 minutes when he's in Philly, by the way, I'm going into spoilers here, but the first 15 minutes when he's in Philly, and that whole act plays out, how Will described it in the song, you know, got one little fight, my mom got scared, says, movie with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air. That was kind of choppy a little bit. Like, it was choppy. It was a little too fast. Kind of awkward. Some terrible acting. So I'm like, am I going to like this? It looks almost like a made-for-BET joint. And, you know, I shit on BET a lot because BET just puts out poor quality shit, okay? It just is what it is. But when he gets to Bel-Air, that's when the show starts picking up. So, y'all, this is supposed to be about Will and the banks and all that. And, it turns into really the rivalry between Will and Carlton. All right, so when they introduced Carlton, that's when the show really got my interest. And no diss to the other characters. I think Uncle Phil, I like his character. Aunt Viv, who almost sounds like the OG Aunt Viv. Like, at first I was like, did they use her voice because she sounds a lot like her? And they put a new spin on Hillary because instead of Hillary being a dingbat and a blonde, I hope blondes don't cancel me. She's actually smart and she's ambitious. She wants to be a chef. She's actually an Instagram chef and she's trying to make it to the big time. So they put a new spin on the character and they make her more likable. So I can't say that this Hillary is more likable than the old Hillary, even though Karen Parsons back in the day can get it twice on Sunday. Ashley and Jeffrey almost served no purpose. I guess Jeffrey, I don't even know if they call it a butler. I think it's called something else, but I don't know, he almost seems like he's a butler slash security guard because Jeffrey seems like he's just that guy that just sits back in the cut, watches everything, but if something pops off, he will slit a motherfucker's throat. I mean, say as far as like an intruder or something, or somebody that tries to violate the family. So he's almost like a butler slash bodyguard almost, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah, Jeffrey and Ashley are like, okay, you rarely see them. And like I said, Ashley was in the first episode that you just don't see her again. So I don't know if she's gonna pop up in episode 4 and up, but yeah, Ashley she was gone this time. So the OG Fresh Prince got into a lot of SJW issues and a lot of political stuff and racial stuff, you know what I'm saying, for its time. And this time around it kind of does the same thing, and this time calls out sellout ass black people, which Carlton is. So Carlton in this show so far, I never thought I could hate a character more than Tariq from Power. But Carlton, in just these 3 episodes, is giving Tariq a run for his money. Carlton is a scumbag. He's an asshole. There's nothing about his character that I like, even when we're supposed to feel sorry for him. Okay, so the last scene in the 3rd episode, where he's at the lacrosse game, but the whole family goes to the basketball game, that's supposed to be a moment where we kind of feel for Carlton, like, oh, damn, no, poor Carlton. No, because Carlton is so fucking vile and just slimy. You know, he's an asshole. Now, I remember the OG Carlton, played by Alfonso Ribeiro, who ended up becoming a real-life Carlton in real life, but even his character, though kind of an asshole, but you like Carlton. Carlton had a charm about him. There's nothing charming about this guy. He's a snake in the grass. He sets his cousin up. He's in the locker room dancing with his fucking white teammates while the N-word is just constantly being said over and over again. And he's just sitting there dancing with his white brother, yeah, nigga this and nigga that. And I'm like, like, Will had to call him on that shit like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And then the whole thing about the girl, you know, Will's new love interest, which was Carlton's ex. Which okay, everybody has a code. Okay, my code is if you're the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend of my cousin or my brother, you're off limits. I can never fuck with you because you went there with them. So that's something I cannot do. But everybody's different. Technically, Will's not committing any crimes. Carlton was with her, it didn't work out. Will likes her now. Psh, boom, it is what it is. So, anyways, Carlton gets mad, pushes Will in the pool. Will gets out, snuffs the white boy, comes and takes out Carlton, and he gets chastised for it. For what? He could have drowned. You know, if the girl didn't come and save him, Will would have been dead and Carlton would have been still dancing with the white boys to the song Nigga This and Nigga That. One thing I cannot stand more than racist white people is sellout ass Sambo black people. That irritates me more than any fucking thing. Why? Because racist white people are supposed to be racist white people. That's what they do. I don't fault them for that because that's just what they do, you know. And I'm not talking about all white people, I'm saying racist white people. But when you have a black person that is the mouthpiece for those racist white people, that tap dances and jazz hands for those racist white people. Now, I'm not saying all white people, but the racist ones. And they say, yeah, you know, black people do this and black people do that. And you're like, nigga, you black. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, and Carlton represents that. Carlton represents this new, I don't want to say era, but like almost like this new wave of these black conservatives, these black right-wingers that tap dance for the fucking man. And it's insulting, it's embarrassing, and Carlton represents that, so I cannot stand his character, but it makes for good entertainment. Yes, Carlton does cocaine, all right? The first time I seen him, I'm like, oh, so we're going there. So we going from, you know, just regular sellout-ass Carlton to sellout-ass Sambo Carlton that does cocaine. Okay. So overall, first 3 episodes, dope. Episode 1 is, of course, the origin, how Will left from Philly, goes to Bel-Air, gets introduced to everybody. And then episode 2 is Will adjusting to life in Bel-Air and having to deal with, you know, some of the racism and some of the, you know, he had stuff pitted up against him in the second episode. And then by episode 3, by the time that's over with, Will is now the man. He wins the basketball game. Everybody in the school loves him. The girl that he wants to be with is now giving him the fuck me eyes, and he ends standing on top of everybody like this with his arms folded, and Carlton walks out defeated. Bravo, bravo. You know, love this. So yeah, can't wait for next week. I highly recommend this show if you haven't watched it. Well, if you're watching this video, I did spoil the shit out of it. But yeah, digging this show so far, man. Digging it. Don't go into this and think Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, even though you are at first. But eventually, just kind of turn that off, put that aside, and just enjoy the show for what it is, which is a black drama / comedy. It's I guess, black comedy or whatever, dramedy. I guess it's a dramedy, you know, and enjoy it for that. And it's a breath of fresh air because lately the shows I've been watching has all been about drug dealing and gangster shit, which I like. But sometimes you just, you know, when you put too much salt in the food, it just doesn't make it taste very good. So here I go comparing shows to food again. But yeah, man, it's time to take a break from the gangster shit and give us a fresh take. Give us some new black stories to be entertained by. And I think that's what this show is giving us right now. Because right now, I got, what, Power, Force, and then Snowfall getting ready to drop again, which I'm excited for. But yeah, just something different for us. Like, shake it up a little bit. That's it. That's it, and that's all. So anyways, what did you guys think about the show? Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.